everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name's Honk Mickey, and it's been a while. I didn't mean to go on as long as a break as I did. I recently just finished another semester of college, and it was a particularly stressful semester for me, and so I really wanted to kind of give myself a break and give myself a chance to kind of recuperate, I guess, and get back to my normal kind of happy self. And so I apologize for that. I just wanted to give myself a chance to be happy that that semester was over, because it was awful and I hated it and it was torture. But it's gone now. We can be happy. We can be joyful. It's all good. But I recently accidentally bought City Living because I'm stupid and I don't know how to not press buttons. And so I decided, you know what, since I bought it, I might as well use it. And I decided to renovate the Karaoke Legends apartment, or is it 701 Zenview? Yeah, it says in the top left. I wanted to renovate it because I've always hated how it looked. It didn't fit any of the roommates' styles, if you know what I mean. They're all three very different people, but none of their styles really represented in the house. I mean, their rooms were kind of... No, they weren't. Because then you had Darling and Miko sharing a room, and it didn't seem like they had their own individual space. And so I wanted to make sure that each roommate had their own room. That was really important to me, because I didn't want to just squish her in there. I mean, Darling's room is a lot smaller, but I have a whole storyline. You want to hear it? Okay, you're going to hear it anyways. Here we go. So, in my head, I thought that Akira first found this apartment because it's very, well, you're going to see it's very kind of black and white, modern style overall. And I figured that was his style when he first moved in, and that's how he wanted to, I don't know if you heard that was my cat, but yeah, that's how he wanted to furnish his house. And then he realized he couldn't, like, afford the entire house because it's a giant apartment. Like, this must be so exciting. Like, in real life, if you moved in here, you need to be really rich or you're going to go broke. And that's the truth. But, so that was my thought, that he originally made it all like this. And then he found a roommate in Miko, and she just kind of slowly added color into the apartment and made it not as black and white and grungy. And then I feel like Darling, I don't know where Darling really came from. She's a teenager. Why do they have a teen roommate? It's weird. It's weird if you think about it. But I wanted to incorporate this black and white wallpaper, as you can see me messing around with. I wanted to incorporate it because I felt like it was a really cool kind of like focal piece of the apartment, but I wanted to cut it up. And the only kind of wallpaper that came in that set that had the white baseboard, is that what it's called? On the bottom was this pink one. And so I figured, okay, that'll play into my theme of like Miko coming in and be like, no, we're going to have some color in here. And so I tried to make it look incorporated. I don't know if I actually managed to do it. I struggled a little bit in the upstairs. We'll see. I'll let you know what happens when we get up there. But down here, I think I did an okay job. I think it really flows nicely. There is a kind of a big open space in the middle, like in between the, what is it? Like the little desk area and the living area. But I feel like that's a good thing because like the Sims sometimes need that big open space to do stuff. And so I figured it'd be helpful for you guys if you want to play in this apartment and you need some space to do something. I didn't want it to be over cluttered in a way. And so we're going to say it's intentional, even though it wasn't. But yeah, now I'm working on the kitchen. I wanted to use this really dark, like gray, kind of off. It looks like a green in the camera. I'm looking at the metal, like pieces on the outside of that counter. It looks kind of like, you see what I'm seeing? I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but it looks weird. Oh well. But I really like these counters because I love the modern feel of them, but I also love how they kind of complemented the pink walls, because they have this really weird, like off purplish pink wood counter on them. And I think that color also went really well with the leaf accent wallpaper is what I'm going to call it. I think it all kind of worked well together by accident, which I'm really happy about because I wasn't planning anything. I don't plan when I start building. I just kind of start, and then if it sucks, I just don't upload it. Like I tried renovating the best friend's house. That's in, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. The three best friends, and one of the girls is, what's her name? Is it like Liberty or something? I think it is. I think it's Liberty Lee. Yeah, that apartment with Travis Scott. Yeah, that's it. That apartment, not apartment, house. I tried renovating it, hated it, so that's gone now. I'll try to do it again someday, but as of right now, it is not happening. I put laundry in this apartment just because I felt like it'd be fun, I guess. I don't know. I just put it in there just to fill up some space, I guess, because I find it difficult doing bathrooms that don't have showers in them. And I feel like the laundry unit really helps fill up the extra space and make it look more cohesive, I guess. But yeah, we're working through it. I mean, as you can see, this apartment is going to be very much a black and white with a hint of color theme. Most of the furniture is black and white. That's just the way it is. I just didn't have. I just figured that all the furniture that they originally had when they moved in was all from Akira. And so I didn't think they'd just go out and buy all new furniture because that's like super expensive. There's no reason for that. But yeah, this is going to be a tiny little kind of like public office area for like Darling to do her homework or someone to use the computer or whatever. Because I put a separate office space in Miko's room upstairs because she is a politician. I figured if she needed to do something political and just like private, I guess, she would use her own room and she wouldn't use the public computer. But I did want to give everyone a chance to use the computer, and so I decided a public little nook would be better than just not having one at all. And I think it works. I think it fills up the space nicely, and it kind of gives I don't know, more of a communal look to the apartment, if you know what I mean. I actually don't know what I mean when I said that. I just made that up. But it works. I mean, it makes sense. But now we're working on the dining room, which is just gonna be like a little pushed against the wall thing. I didn't want it to take up too much space because I didn't think that they're that much into entertaining. Like, I feel like if they were gonna entertain people, they would go out to like the karaoke bar and like do fun shit like that. Oopsies, I cursed. Oh well. But do fun stuff like that instead of just staying in their house. And so I just made the dining room just pushed up against the wall. They can have breakfast there. They can chill. Nothing too fancy. Not like, what was the house I did previously? What was it called? Oh, when I turned the rectangle into a starter home. I think I'm making a series where I just pick random shapes and make homes. I don't know if that'd be any fun to watch, but I feel like I might want to do it anyways. But yeah. In that area, that house, I made sure, even though it was small, I made sure to put in a dining table because I figured she loved to entertain. And these guys are very much the opposite of that. I feel like they're very much more of a we hang out together or we hang out outside type of thing. I don't know. That was just my own little story. And whenever I start building a house, I like to have people because I like to build a storyline that can you hear that? That's my cat like doing gymnastics on my living room furniture. But what did I just say? I'm totally lost. It gives me like a reason to like furnish things and like put in certain aspects of stuff. You know what I mean? You understand. You guys, you're picking up what I'm putting down. But we're on to the little like living room corner. For a while I struggled. I really struggled in the living kind of like seating areas of this house. Like upstairs, I wanted to include the karaoke thingy because I figured that was a really important part of their storyline is they're very big into karaoke. And so I wanted to use the landing upstairs as their kind of seating, entertaining karaoke spot. And so it is upstairs. There is a karaoke machine. I made sure to include it. But downstairs, I wanted to have kind of a more of a kind of like let's sit down watch TV area, I guess. And so I struggled a little bit because I didn't know how I wanted it to look. And especially with the wallpaper, I struggled a lot because you can't put a lot of contrasting patterns with that wallpaper because it's just going to look too much. It's going to look overbearing. You're not going to be able to really kind of get anything out of it. It's just going to hurt your eyes basically. And so I really wanted to find a way to kind of give it personality, but also not make it overpowering. And I think I managed to do it in the end. I'm not completely happy with the seating area downstairs and upstairs. I wanted to keep it within the budget of the house too, so I also had that constraint with me. But I think I managed to do an okay job in the end. I feel like it's a good kind of just a little spot to watch TV and a little spot to do karaoke. Nothing too like out of the world, mind-blowing type of thing. But I really made sure to put in a lot of decorations to make up for the lack of, like, extravagance of TV areas. But, like, personally, the TV areas in my house, they're not... TV areas, there's two. It's 2 living rooms. But I wanted to put more decorations in and make it look like more personalized, I guess. I sacrificed extravagant seating for decorations is what I'm trying to say, but failing epically. This is pretty much the downstairs. I fiddle with the living room for a hot minute because I'm a crazy person and I was just not thrilled with how it was coming out. But in the end, this is the setup essentially at the end. This is how the house is going to look, and I'm very happy with the floor plan. I just was not having fun making that seating area. But in the end, we managed it. We figured it out. I wanted to make sure that that little wall stick out wasn't just like in open air and just where the landing was. And so I extended the bathroom to make it look more realistic. Now this seating area is a very awkward shape. And you see that bathroom that's in between the two bedrooms upstairs. That eventually does go away because I didn't have enough money to furnish it. And I really wanted to keep the whole house within the budget of the Karaoke Legends, so you can just plop it down and not have to worry about playing through and waiting for them to get enough money for it. So like whenever I renovate a house with Sims already living there or build a new house that's like for starter Sims, I always make sure that I keep it within the budget because I don't want you guys to have to cheat, because I know personally I don't like to cheat whenever I play. I find it takes away from the atmosphere of the game. It makes it seem very, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. It makes it seem kind of boring, I guess, because I like to work for all the things that my Sims got. And so I wanted to give you guys the chance to just plop it down and not have to worry about that and just start playing and like adding your own decorations and editing my places to whatever you want, which I think would be really interesting. If you guys like ever like if you ever renovate any of my houses I put up on the gallery, I would love to see them. If you could like tweet it at me. My Twitter, did I change it to Atomic Sims? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I changed my YouTube channel name. Well, that totally went over my head, but I changed it to Atomic Sims because my friend and I are starting a YouTube channel together. And Atomic Mickey is the kind of like gamer tag ID I use for pretty much anything. And so I wanted to kind of keep Atomic Mickey to myself and not have it as a channel, and also have the opportunity to be Atomic Mickey other places. So the channel is called Atomic Sims. I'm still Atomic Mickey, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can call me whatever you want. My name is Mickey, Mackenzie, whatever. But I wanted to have that opportunity to kind of like expand and play with my friends and stuff. So I did make a channel with my best friend. It is called Atomic and Supreme. We'll be posting there. If you don't, it's more like PS4 content. It's not the Sims stuff. So I wanted to give this Sims kind of community its own separate channel, so it wasn't kind of all mashed together and was really weird. Like all of a sudden I was just playing like Call of Duty. So if you do want to see me play Call of Duty with my best friend and make a fool out of ourselves, that'll be up on the other channel, which is in my, it's going to be on my, what's it called? My channel, I guess. It sounds weird. I feel like I'm just mumbling things, but on my channel, there's a little tab that says other channels, and that is where it is. So if you would like to check it out, feel free. If you don't want to check it out, we keep watching this channel where Sims content's going to be a-flowing. But yeah, I just wanted to address that. I forgot I changed it, actually. I think I did change my Twitter to Atomic Sims as well, but I kept my gallery ID to Atomic Mickey. This is confusing. We'll figure it out one day at a time, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I did change it. It is not like a completely different channel, a different person. I changed it just for that reason, so I could have the opportunity to kind of do whatever I want, I guess. But enough about that. Back into the building. We are working on Miko's bedroom. Her bedroom was quite small, and Darling's bedroom in the end is quite small, but I feel like it had a good purpose because in my head, Akira moved in first, then Miko, and then I feel like the third bedroom was more of an office, and then Darling somehow, maybe she needed a place to stay, or she knew Miko through her community work, or Akira just happened upon her or something. And so she got the smaller bedroom, but I really like how I ended up furnishing it because it's really cluttered, very teenager-ish, very sportsy, and I feel like that really fits her style. And so I feel like even though hers was much smaller, I feel like it really fit more of her personality in than the other two. I mean, I like Miko's because it is very on brand for her, and I like Akira's because it's very minimalistic and very modern like I see him. But I'm really happy with how Darling's turned out. You'll see it in the screenshots later, but I'm a big fan. It doesn't kind of come together until the very end of this video because the layout of like Miko and Darling's bedrooms do not stay the same as they are now. They get pretty much like a complete 180. At one point, I was struggling that day. I built this apartment over the course of I think 2 and a half, and I was not finding the inspiration I needed until like the very end, which happens quite a bit for me. Like I'll start building a house, and if I'm not fully into it, but I've gotten far enough into it that I'm kind of happy with it, I'll like put it aside for a couple days and then come back to it. And that really helps. If you ever find that you're struggling to finish a house, I don't know why I'm like pausing here. Oopsies. I should have cut that out. But if you're ever finding that you're having a difficult time finishing your builds, just feel free to take a break. Inspiration will strike eventually. That was a long pause. That was a long pause. I don't know why I didn't cut that out. I'm too far my voiceover. I'm not going to change it. But sorry about that. But if you take a break, come back to it, the inspiration will strike again, and you won't have to like completely start over. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I feel like it's just a good tip. I don't know if that'll actually help anyone, but I hope it does. But yeah, what am I doing? I'm so lost right now. That whole long pause thing really threw me off track. Just messing around with Miko's room. I was not satisfied with the bedrooms until the very end. So you will not see the final product for quite a while. I'm sorry to say this, but I struggled. I struggled really hard. Like I knew the decorations I wanted, and I knew how I wanted each one to look, because Akira Miko, is that her name? I'm pretty sure Miko is her name, right? If it's not, I don't even think it's Miko. Uh-oh, I don't think it's Miko. Hold on. I need to use the internet real quick. Is it Miko? I'm considering that I think I might have gone crazy, because I was playing Skyrim the other day. I love Skyrim, by the way. And there's a dog called Miko. And I've been talking about Miko for the past 2 days to my friend, because I finally managed to get my kid to be like, I want to adopt a dog. And it was a huge moment for me. I'm not going to lie to you. Karaoke Legends. I can't believe if it's not Miko, I'm going to be really embarrassed. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, Sims. Miko. Oh, thank God. It is Miko. Oh, I thought I was going crazy. Thank the Lord. Okay, so it is Miko. I wasn't being stupid. Oh my God. Woo! Okay. But I knew the styles each person had, and so I knew how I wanted to decorate them. But after I put down the size of the bedrooms, it felt like Darling's room was way too big. I feel like she was kind of a random roommate they added at the end. Not like the Sims team, but I feel like if it was like a real life roommate situation, because it's just like a teenager. Like, how do they get a random teen to live with them? It's kind of weird if you think about it, but let's not think about it. But I figured she'd be the last minute roommate, and so I don't know why they'd have this giant bedroom just chilling open. And so I knew how I wanted to decorate it. The room was too big, and then after I moved stuff around, I was so happy with it because it was much smaller, and I felt like that really fit with how I envisioned things. And then I think Akira has the biggest bedroom, which makes sense because he was the first roommate that lived there. In my headcanon storyline, I don't actually know if that's true. I didn't look up their backstory. But so I wanted to give him the biggest room because I felt like he moved in first and then realized, oh crap, this apartment is too big for me alone. Asked Miko to move in, and then kind of happened upon Darling, I guess. I don't know if that's real. I should probably look up their actual backstory. I don't want to. Mine's better. But yeah, so this is going to be his room. It's very black and white, very minimalistic. This is kind of how his apartment first was before Miko moved in and kind of painted some of the walls pink. It's more of a... my voice just gave out. Sorry about that. It's very kind of minimalist, modern chic, I would say. I don't know. But yeah, the back... Oh, we're working on the balcony now. I'm really happy with the balcony. I feel like the balcony is definitely Miko's area. Even though the door to the balcony is in Akira's room, I feel like Miko is the one that spends the most time there. And so it's very much her style. Very kind of colorful, very kind of girly, I guess. Because Miko does have a very girly kind of style to her. And so I wanted to keep that kind of going throughout this whole balcony area and make it seem like she decorated it herself when she moved in. This is around the time where I realized, oh crap, I don't have enough money to do what I want to do with this apartment. And so you'll see me shortly change the layout of the house to kind of suit what I wanted to do. But yeah. Oh, this little trick that I do with the potted plants is to just not actually have plants in them, because my Sims, I don't feel like Akira or Miko or Darling is ever really into planting stuff. And so I figured if we put in, see, this is when I changed the TV because it was too expensive, because I wanted to put a barbecue out there, because I feel like they stole that picnic table and made it into a little barbecue seating area. But I don't feel like what I was saying is I don't feel like any of them are really into gardening. So putting those plants in there keeps your Sims from gardening and also makes it look like there's actually they're growing something, which I really like. This is when I decided to kind of revamp Kira's room. I love that light fixture. I love, 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 love that light fixture. I want it in real life. Can anyone please find me it? Oh my god, I just hiccuped. I love it. It's so good. I think it's such an interesting shape in the light bulbs and all that jazz. How kind of industrial it looks. Oh, I'm such a big fan. Big fan. But anyways, this is me kind of struggling as I'm realizing I don't have enough money. And this is when I start to reconstruct the rooms, and I finally get them to a shape that I'm happy with now. I made, of course, you could see, yeah, I made Miko's room quite a bit bigger, and then you're going to see me make Akira's room bigger, which is in turn makes Darling's room a lot smaller. And I'm a big fan. I really like how it turned out, because I feel like Darling is not the type of person that would have a big room anyways. I feel like she would elect to have the smaller room, because I feel like she probably spends more of her time like out with her friends or playing sports or doing pretty much anything else. And so I felt like it was the right move to do. And especially with the storyline that I keep talking about, which is, I don't even know if it's true, but the storyline I have in my head, it works, okay? It's real. Oh my god. But yeah, I think I'm really happy with how it turned out in the end. I will definitely upload it to the gallery. By the time this video's up, I probably already have, and it'll be in the description down below. So if you do like to download it, make sure you have Move Objects on, because I do use Move Objects when I build these homes, and I do not want you to kind of miss out on any of the objects I put down. And so placing that down will ensure that almost everything is guaranteed to be placed correctly, and you are not missing out on anything that I have kind of put there for you, I guess. But yeah, this is pretty much the final layout of the house. I moved some stuff around, kind of reorganized Darling's room, reorganized Miko's room a little bit, as I'm doing at the moment. And that's pretty much it. That's how this house is going to turn out, and I'm very happy with it. I think I did a good job kind of capturing each roommate's essence and putting it into their rooms and giving them their own kind of like personal space. Yeah, I'm thrilled, and I think you guys will like it too. Again, as I said, the download link will be in the description below. I will be going on vacation soon, but I will try to pre-record before I leave, so you guys will have some content to watch while I'm having some fun and seeing a concert. If you like what you see and want to see more content from me, make sure to drop a like down below. It helps with the channel. And subscribe. If you don't like what you see, like and subscribe anyways, just because you can. I'll see you guys in the next video.